Welcome to the 2026 Iowa Governor's Scholar Ceremony. Please rise as we welcome to the stage the Honorable Kim Reynolds, the Governor of the State of Iowa, and Lieutenant Governor Chris Knoyer, and other distinguished guests. Thank you. You may be seated. Good afternoon, and again, welcome to the 24th Annual Governor's Scholar Recognition Ceremony. To our honored guests, students, teachers, administrators, parents, and guardians, a most sincere welcome to you. The concept of this wonderful day is a testimony to all the individuals and outstanding teachers and students and staff members in our schools that we have had the privilege to work with, grow beside, and gain knowledge from in the past several months, as well as the past 13 years. As we look over the magnificent accomplishments of these individuals today, let us all take their ideals of commitment, integrity, and passion for education as a goal for all of us to follow in our own lives. My name is Stacy Hansen, and I am the executive director of the Iowa High School Speech Association, and it is indeed an honor to share this day with you. At this time, would you please stand as we honor our country with the singing of the national anthem, sung by students from Knoxville High School. They are under the direction of Ian Heatland.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. And thank you, Knoxville Chamber Singer students, for honoring our country. The Chamber Singers are the premier vocal ensemble at Knoxville High School and have a rich tradition of excellence. The Chamber Singers have received 5 straight Division I ratings at state contests, including 2 perfect scores and outstanding performance awards. Members of the ensemble have also represented Knoxville at regional and statewide vocal festivals, including the Iowa All-State and the IHSMA Outstanding Performance Showcase. Thank you again, Knoxville Chamber Singers. At this time, it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce the individuals who are seated at the head table. When I say your name, would you please stand to be recognized? The Honorable Kim Reynolds, Governor of the State of Iowa. Our Lieutenant Governor, Chris Knoyer. Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau. Melanie Bloom, Iowa Teacher of the Year. And Darren Derflinger, Chairperson of the Board of Control of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Thank you all for being here today. We are sincerely honored by your presence. Would you please welcome now to the podium the chairperson of the Board of Control of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, Darren Derflinger.
Good afternoon, parents, families, and most importantly, the Governor's Scholar honorees. On behalf of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, I want to thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us at the Iowa Events Center so we can celebrate your incredible achievements. It's a crazy time of year, and I know exactly what your calendars look like right now. Between finishing scholarship applications, preparing for another week of track meets and soccer games, practicing your instrument for the spring concert, and maybe even a few of you recovering from last night's prom, busy is an understatement. But being a scholar isn't just about GPA or the hours spent buried in your textbook or computers. It's about the curiosity to think critically and the grit to push through your own boundaries. You've balanced college-level coursework, athletics, music, volunteer work, pursuits that taught you leadership and teamwork in ways those textbooks never could. You didn't just show up, you gave it your all, and you excelled. You are an elite group of students representing the very best of Iowa's future, and we are honored to recognize you today alongside Governor Reynolds. To get our ceremony officially started, I'd like to introduce a representative from the title sponsor, a partner who makes this entire recognition possible. Please join me in welcoming Brent Johnson, President of Iowa Farm Bureau.
Very good. Thank you, Darren. Good intentions are worthless, and tomorrow, that's overrated. You know, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago when I was in your position. Not exactly. I wasn't smart enough to sit in this crowd, but I was anticipating graduation very shortly. And back then, I really only had one primary goal in my life. And that goal was to someday become a full-time farmer, carrying on our family's tradition. But my family, my friends, and mentors, they really encouraged me to think beyond. And so in that challenge, a seed was planted. The growing desire to be productive, to get involved, and to make an impact. Now, fast forward a few years, and really I've had more experiences now than I would have ever imagined. I did earn my college degree and did end up with a professional certification. But I've also ridden my dirt bike over the Continental Divide. I've swam in a bioluminescent bay. I've even averted a grizzly bear. I've ridden ragbri, caught poison ivy. I've cut the umbilical cords of my children, and I've ordered doctors to cease life support for my mom. I've begged for a sandwich because I was too poor to buy one. I've started a business, volunteered at church, skied down double black diamonds, bungee jumped, skipped school, kayaked on Lake Superior, and watched the sunset. Now, I'm also living my personal dream of being a full-time farmer now for more than 25 years. And honestly, for me, in my life, it's absolutely everything that I could have hoped for. You see, I'm truly one of those guys who could be completely happy being a husband, a father, a grandfather, a farmer. Truly happy. Really minding my own business and working with my head down back home while ignoring the world that exists beyond my own fence rows. But apparently, God had additional plans for my life. Today, I also happen to lead the largest and most influential farm group in the state. I now get to work with farmers from across Iowa I influence the policies of other states across this entire country, and I inform legislators and decision makers, not only here in Des Moines, but in Washington, D.C. as well. And I have been blessed to travel the world promoting Iowa agriculture. In my role, 13 other individuals have come before me, and their history spans well over 100 years of incredible history, challenges, and achievements. And each of those 13 were very influential and honestly very well respected. And I was once asked how I would ever fill the shoes of those who came before me. And in some respects, if you know me at all, I honestly think that's a very valid question to ask. However, I do disagree with the premise of it. To fill someone else's shoes implies that my contributions would potentially be judged against their talents or constrained by their limitations. Would my value be somehow judged by the performance of those who came before me? And honestly, I hope not. So in that moment, when I was asked that question about filling someone else's shoes, I chose to change the paradigm. The people before me certainly made an impact, and I hope that in time, I will leave a legacy that will show my own impact. So now, do you remember my opening statement? Good intentions are worthless, and tomorrow is overrated. And I'm proud to lead the Iowa Farm Bureau, where we turn those intentions into actions, where we make impacts. Yes, we work with farmers and those involved in agriculture, and we've done so consistently for well over 100 years. But we also support you, our youth, and tomorrow's leaders. You may have seen us supporting athletics through partnerships with the Iowa High School Girls Athletic Union and the Iowa High School Athletic Association. But we also support 4-H, FFA, Ag in the Classroom. We help teachers to supply their classrooms and provide over $500,000 in scholarships every single year. Some of you in this room are the recipients of some of those scholarships. The Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to our state's youth and your education. We are honored to sponsor the Governor's Scholars Program that recognizes Iowa's best and brightest students. We're proud of your academic achievements and celebrate your sacrifice and work. The road ahead of you can be bumpy, but overcoming adversity and living a significant life means something different to all of us. Now, I've learned through the years that success and growth was really rarely found in my comfort zones. So continue to push yourself into uncomfortable places. And remember, good intentions are worthless. Tomorrow's overrated. Nobody ever had their life changed by a good intention, or I'll get to that tomorrow. So when those opportunities show up and you find yourself wondering what it entails, give yourselves the authority to say yes. Get uncomfortable, turn your intentions into actions, and make your own impact. For the encouragement, foundation, and vision that has been provided to me, I am and will forever be truly grateful. And I am confident that you will find the same experience in your lives as well. Iowa's top scholars, congratulations. Be productive, get involved, make an impact, and say yes to your journey, because it begins right now.
People, progress, pride. 3 words that sum up what Iowa is all about. People working together. Progress in our schools, communities, and on our farms. And the sense of pride we all share as Iowans. The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to support the hardworking men and women who are committed to growing and raising safe, wholesome food while protecting Iowa's land and water. People, progress, and pride are the words that the Iowa Farm Bureau and our Farm Bureau member families live by and celebrate every day. To us, it's about more than just agriculture. It's also about the future of our great state. And that's why we're proud to celebrate the outstanding academic achievements of the students and educators here today. We know that our schools are the cornerstones of many of Iowa's cities and towns, and that those communities are the cornerstone of Iowa. Congratulations to those of you being recognized here today for your passion and performance in your classrooms and communities. The Iowa Farm Bureau is honored to be the title sponsor of the Governor's Scholar Recognition Ceremony.
At this time, please allow me the honor to introduce Mrs. Melanie Bloom, the 2025 Iowa Department of Education's Teacher of the Year. The Iowa Teacher of the Year Award was established in 1958. The annual program is sponsored by the Iowa Department of Education through an appropriation from the Iowa Legislature. Honorees serve as ambassadors to education and act as liaisons to schools, higher education, and organizations across the state. Mrs. Melanie Bloom is a veteran agriculture teacher from Sioux Central Community Schools in Sioux Rapids. Melanie is an Iowa native, a farmer, and Sioux Central's ag educator who established the district's first full-time agriculture program. Melanie helps students explore diverse career opportunities in agriculture-related fields through engaging classroom instruction, as well as work-based learning experiences. Beyond her classroom, Bloom is an expert in the development and the implementation of high-quality agriculture instructional materials. She has also served as a beginning teacher mentor and faculty member in an Iowa teacher preparation program. Her passion for working together with students, fellow staff members, and her entire community is inspiration for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Melanie Bloom.
Thank you, Stacy. Good afternoon. To the scholars gathered here, you have demonstrated discipline and consistency, and this recognition is well earned. But today is not only about what you've achieved, it's about what comes next. Because being a governor's scholar is, in many ways, a beginning disguised as an ending. You have learned how to succeed in environments where expectations are clear. Complete the assignment, meet the deadline, earn the grade. Let's take a moment to thank the adults with you here today who've helped you learn these skills. Those parents, those teachers, and those people who've made this happen. Going forward, though, the world you're stepping into is far less structured. There will not always be a rubric, clear feedback, or a grade. I learned that lesson in a way I didn't expect. Early in my career, I thought I knew how to succeed. I worked hard, got my stuff ready for class, and showed up. And on paper, it should have looked like success. But the students were disengaged and honestly a little invisible. I remember thinking, there isn't a clear solution. There's no clear set of steps, no guarantee that anything I try is gonna work. My training prepared me to deliver content, to measure outcomes, and to move forward in a clear ecosystem, my classroom. But classrooms and schools are not neat and tidy ecosystems that fit nicely into any box. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to education. Every teacher, every student brings unique qualities and challenges to that ecosystem. So I listened. I tried things that didn't fit into what I knew about education. I professionally developed in inquiry and problem-based methodologies, and for a year or two, it felt inefficient, uncertain, uncomfortable. My classroom felt chaotic. But over time, something shifted. The chaos became a little bit more predictable. Students re-engaged, not because of a perfect strategy, but because I stayed in the uncertainty long enough to make progress. Today, they ask the questions, they solve the problems. That experience changed how I define success. It's not scoring the highest in the contest or game or on the test. It's doing what matters. You're entering a world that does not just need high achievers. It needs thoughtful leaders. Leaders who can navigate complexity, listen before they act, and who are willing to be uncomfortable in order to do what is right. Your academic success tells us you can solve problems in neat, tidy ecosystems, but the challenges ahead are not just technical. They are human and often messy. They require empathy, collaboration, and the ability to hold multiple perspectives at once. Each of you will encounter a challenge that does not have a clear answer. You will have the credentials and the knowledge, but in that moment, your habits of achievement will not be enough. You will need wisdom and judgment as well. And wisdom and judgment are not built through perfection, but through reflection, through being willing to ask, was I right? And sometimes, was I wrong? You have already proven that you can excel within a system. Now you might have opportunities to shape the systems themselves in the future. To question what is working and what is not. To design solutions resulting in wins from multiple perspectives. To lead not just with intellect, but with purpose. And I hope that at least some of you will consider doing that as a teacher, because the reward of making a difference in others' lives is greater than you can ever imagine. As you leave here, you will carry the title of Governor's Scholar. Congratulations. Continue to strive toward excellence, but over time, titles will matter far less than the choices that you make. Let your success include these three things: the people you elevate along the way, the problems you choose to not ignore, and the courage you show when the outcome is uncertain. Consider taking risks, traveling the paths that are not heavily traveled or that seem to carry less reward. Some of the most important work you will ever do will not come with titles or even recognition, but it will matter. Define yourself, not with titles or accolades, but by how you treat people, by the risks that you take, and by the values you hold when you are tested. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you, Mrs. Bloom. It is now truly an honor to introduce our governor, Kim Reynolds, Iowa's 43rd governor and the first female to be elected to the state's highest office. She is working every day to ensure that Iowans have the education, the skills, and the training they need to compete in every sector of our economy, from the skilled trades and advanced manufacturing to agriculture, bioscience, and big tech. And it all starts in Iowa's pre-K through 12 classrooms. Whether it's her focus on integrating STEM and computer science into our schools, expanding work-based learning opportunities and high school registered apprenticeship programs, or making record investments in public education year after year, Governor Reynolds has shown by her actions that education is and will remain a top priority. I have seen firsthand how Governor Reynolds works with students, teachers, businesses, and community leaders to drive innovation and encourage ingenuity. Perhaps it's because she's the mom of a school teacher, or perhaps by having grandchildren growing up in Iowa. But I believe the governor's unwavering passion for education will never cease. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our governor, the Honorable Kim Reynolds.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Stacy, for that very kind introduction and for moderating today's special event. I appreciate that very much. I also want to give a heartfelt thank you to the High School Athletic Association and, of course, the Iowa Farm Bureau for sponsoring this annual tradition. It really matters. It really makes a difference, and we really, really appreciate the partnership. And most importantly, congratulations to the 2026 Governor's Scholars. So today, each of you represents the very best of what our state hopes for in the next generation. You've excelled not only in the classroom, but in every aspect of your life where dedication, teamwork, and creativity matter. And today is your day to look ahead to a future of unlimited possibilities and to reflect on the remarkable journey that brought you here. It wasn't just one test or grade. It was long hours, late nights, and early mornings. It was the courage to start something difficult and the dedication to see it through to the end. Above all, it was a choice, one that each and every one of you made when you set your sights on attaining excellence. You chose to show up and work hard. You chose to lead. You chose to make the most of your talents, even when it wasn't easy or convenient. And that matters. In fact, it says more about your future than any award ever could. But we know, too, that you didn't get here alone. So today, we also recognize your parents, teachers, guardians, coaches, and school leaders, everyone who invested in you, challenged you, and believed in you. Sometimes more than you believed in yourself. Standing here, it is impossible not to feel optimistic about the future. Your achievements remind us that the next generation of Iowa's leaders, creators, and innovators is more than ready for what's ahead. And the most exciting part, this is just the beginning, because your stories are just getting started. Some of you are headed into a 4-year degree program. Others may be entering a military academy, a trade school, or the workforce. Or maybe your plans are still forming. Whatever the case, each of you stands on the edge of an incredible opportunity, and Iowa is the kind of place where you can build something meaningful from day one. World-class colleges, breakthrough research, growing industries, and the most affordable economy in the nation. It's all right here, ready and waiting for you. But here's the part that I hope sticks with you long after today. Iowa also needs you, your ideas, your drive, your courage to push boundaries, whether it's science, medicine, teaching, the trades, agriculture, business, or something none of us have imagined yet. You have a role to play in writing the next chapter of our state's story. Most of all, we need young Iowans who don't just excel, but who engage, who vote, who volunteer, who care. Citizens who understand that success isn't just for ourselves, but a gift that we're given to pay forward. Because, as you heard, leadership isn't just about titles. It's also about influence. You already have it, and one day soon, you'll influence teams, companies, and whole communities, and maybe even this entire state. So today, I challenge each of you to lead well, dream big, and take this next step forward confidently. Never in my wildest dreams did I believe that this I-35 high school graduate would someday have an incredible, amazing opportunity to serve as the governor of this great state. Lots and lots of challenges and bumps along the way. So many doors of uncertainty where I didn't think I had what it took to take that next step. But somehow I forced myself through that door. And each time, I guarantee you that you step through that moment of uncertainty and doubts, you will become more confident, emboldened, and really start to recognize what you have the capacity to do and the things that you can impact on a daily basis. So go out there and make your mark on the world, and we can't wait to see all that you'll accomplish. While this is my last year to stand up here as your governor and be a part of the Governor's Scholars, I want you to know that I'm going to be cheering for each and every one of you on the sidelines and wishing the very best. And I'm going to say it one more time. I hope you find that success in this amazing state of Iowa. So congratulations, good luck, and God bless you. And now I have the great opportunity and honor to introduce my partner in serving this great state, and that is our incredible Lieutenant Governor, Chris Knoyer.
So I get to follow that speech. Thank you, Governor. It is an absolute honor to stand alongside you today to celebrate these incredible young Iowans. The Governor spoke about the choices that have brought you here, the early mornings and the quiet discipline. I've had the privilege of traveling across our great state, and I can tell you that Iowa work ethic isn't just a cliche. It's exactly what I see looking out in this room right now. As Lieutenant Governor, I often get a front row seat to the what's next for our state. I visit the startups in our tech and business sector, the labs at our universities, and the shop floors at our world-class manufacturers. And in every one of those places, they're asking the same question: where is the next generation of talent? Well, Governor, I think we found him. You are the answer to the challenges that we haven't solved yet. You are the future leaders, the master tradespeople, and the educators who will sit in the seats of your mentors someday. The Governor mentioned that Iowa's a place where you can build something meaningful. I want to reinforce that point. Our goal has been to ensure that the Iowa dream isn't just something you inherit, it's something that you can actively create for yourself. We've worked hard to make this state a place where your dollar goes further, your ideas take flight faster, and your community feels like family. We aren't just cheering for you today, we are building on the infrastructure of opportunity so that when you finish that degree or that certification, your first choice is to bring those skills back home to Iowa. To the parents and educators, thank you for being the support crew for these scholars. You've done the hard work of planting the seeds. And to the scholars, the Governor challenged you to lead, and I want to challenge you to stay curious and creative. Don't be afraid to fail in the pursuit of a big idea. Don't be afraid to ask why not when others are saying it can't be done. And never forget that your roots in this soil are what give you the strength to reach so high. You've made your families proud, you've made your schools proud, and you've made your state very proud. Congratulations, class of 2026. We're rooting for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Governor Reynolds and Lieutenant Governor Kenoyer, for the encouraging message and very inspirational words of motivations. We are also very fortunate to have some very important individuals with us today that make this day happen. Please offer a round of applause to members and staff of the Iowa Farm Bureau, as well as the Iowa High School Athletic Association board and staff. Thank you all so very much for all of your help today. Okay, we are now to the portion of the program where you all have been anxiously anticipating. Please pay special attention to the following protocols and expectations. Students, you will be dismissed by the ushers that come to your row. And at that time, you will walk to stage left and line up to cross the stage. Next, you will walk up on the stage and greet the governor and the lieutenant governor and have your photo taken. After that, you will finish crossing the stage, exit stage right, down the stairs, and then return to your row and your seat. Parents and guardians, we kindly ask that you take all the photos that you want from the area that you are currently seated in. Due to the movement of the students, we ask that you please stay in the area that you are currently seated in. The official photographers for the ceremony will be the only individuals in front of the stage to take photos. And there is information in each student's packet on how to order these photos. And students, I know how tempting it might be, but please do not take selfies with the governor and the lieutenant governor. Thank you for your help. Please refrain from selfies so we can keep the process moving. Thank you for your understanding. At the conclusion of the program, everyone is certainly welcome to stay in the room and take pictures before departing to return home. In addition, everyone, we kindly ask that you hold your applause until an entire row has been introduced. After a whole row has been introduced, yes, please applaud for the entire row. We want to hear each individual's student's name as they receive their award. At this time, Mr. Johnson, Mrs. Bloom, and Mr. Derflinger, you are invited to make your way to the reserved area. It is also my honor to introduce to you the individuals reading the names of the governor's scholars. They are Mr. Thad Driscoll, Executive Director of the Iowa High School Music Association, Mr. Todd Tharp, Assistant Director for the Iowa High School Athletic Association, and Mr. Chris Cuellar, Communications Director, Iowa High School Athletic Association. Thank you all so very much for your attention to the protocols and expectations.
Margaret McCurdy, Atlantic.
Brian Lee, Johnston.
Henry Zoe, Johnston.
Eric Wynn, Linmar, Marion.
Shrinaw Naveen, Linmar.
Cale Grove, English Valleys, North English.
Camden Fueling, Jessup.
Samuel Lennox, Iowa City Liberty.
Noel McCormick, Council Bluffs, Thomas Jefferson.
Daniel Cannon, Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln.
Wyatt Branscombe, Dubuque Senior.
Keith Thompson, Hamburg.
Andrew Deeds, Cedar Ridge Christian.
Daphna Waylard, Cam.
Ivy Hartman, West Fork, Sheffield.
Brenna Hazlett, Highland Riverside.
Adeline Oldenburger, Janesville.
Dagan Peterson, Northwood, Kensett.
Judson Jarosky, Grundy Center.
Jillian Hanson, Union Community.
Elijah Cosby, Ampego Academy.
Ian DeRuyter, Lamar's.
Layla Embritson, Central Elkader.
Kyla Ermitter, North Union.
Chloe Anderson, West Burlington.
Logan Hama, Notre Dame, Burlington.
Belle Werner, Benton Community.
Rihanna Murty, GMG Garwin.
Rochelle Hofer, Maquoketa Valley.
Peyton Vanderhelm, Akron Westfield.
Reed Rock, Garner Hayfield Ventura.
Jaden Beckman, Riverside, Oakland.
Sage Polohead, Mormon Trail, Garden Grove.
Annabelle Snyder, South Central, Calhoun.
Danielle Nicholson, Isaac Newton Christian Academy.
Carissa Elsden, St. Mary's, Storm Lake.
Violet Sense, Clear Lake Classical.
Josie Eldall, Manson, Northwest Webster.
Rachel Randall, West Marshall State Center.
Leah Gilchrist, Alburnett.
Mackenzie Rosenblad, Rock Valley.
Sophia Murickle, East Mills.
Jessica Lillig, Southeast Warren Liberty Center.
Carly Franey, Martinsdale St. Mary's.
Declan DeYoung, Moravia.
Holden Roberts, Twin Cedar, Bussey.
Riley Castro, Cedar Falls.
Briley Boysted, Kingsley Pearson.
Brenna Mammon, MVAOCOU.
Allison Argo, Belle Plaine.
Allie Erickson, Vinton Shellsburg.
Aubrey Shields, Mount Ayr.
Christopher Gebhardt, Clayton Ridge, Guttenberg.
Austin Baugi, Collins Maxwell.
Daxon Machino, Southeast Valley, Gowrie.
Jacine Pushitoniqua, Meskwaki Settlement School.
Kylie Wagoner, Clinton.
Madeline Rowden, Clinton.
Isaiah Collins, West Hancock.
Owen Hogg, MMCRU.
Zachary Greaves, Burlington.
John Nelson, Nevada.
Caden Good, East Marshall LeGrand.
Miles Goldman, Marshalltown.
Austin Hall, Unity Christian, Orange City.
Wyatt Wachter, Sadell.
Jerry Lee, Iowa City West.
Malaya Spicinger, West Central Valley.
Sophia McCauley, North Polk, Alleman.
Anna Procise, Central DeWitt.
Callie Van Beek, Baxter.
Jocelyn Mooney, Cedar Rapids, Jefferson.
Rachel Bishaw, Sheldon.
Megan Brennan, Lamar's.
Adeline Kanan, Woodbine.
Carl Peters, Postville.
Brett Augustine, Ankeny.
Jake Minardi, Hampton Dumont, Cal.
Thompson McElderry, Ottumwa.
Brooklyn Hupke, West Monona.
Cora Chaplin, South Hardin.
Whitney Davis, Central Springs.
Mackenzie Mader, Southwest Valley.
Hannah Fossey, Dallas Center, Grimes.
Creighton Peck, East Buchanan, Winthrop.
Cora Keener, MFL Marmac.
Robert Batting, Kemper Catholic, Carroll.
Marceli Ramos Lopez, Red Oak.
Alexis Bissell, Cardinal, Eldon.
Mina DeYoung, Fort Dodge.
Simeon Roberts, Fort Dodge.
Lavanya Prem, Waukee.
Elise Wing, Columbus Catholic Waterloo.
Kiara Kirsten, Sydney.
Ariana Marquez Ledesma, Des Moines, Lincoln.
Cadence Reyes, Colonesco.
Abigail Heatbrink, Pella.
Marissa Fairby, Pella.
Victoria Van Zee, Pella Christian.
Hannah Paulson, Esterville, Lincoln Central.
Ava Minders, North Iowa, Buffalo Center.
Reese Farquhar, South O'Brien, Paulina.
Emma O'Neill, Waukon.
Elise Byer, Gilbert.
Addison Meyer, Ankeny.
Abigail Dressler, Algona.
Sophie Keitlinger, Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton.
Elise Higerick, Dowling Catholic, West Des Moines.
Vanessa Kelling, Siouxland Christian.
Maria Perez Poron, Eagle Grove.
Anna Wilson, Ogden. Theo Beisel, Iowa Falls, Alden.
Griffin Kleiss, Dallas Center, Grimes.
Carson Menke, Norwalk.
Samuel Parker, Norwalk.
Emmeline Buckman, Colfax, Mingo.
Emma Streef, West Central, Maynard.
Oliver Kraus, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont.
Olivia Johnson, St. Albert, Council Bluffs.
Grace Pence, Albia.
Isabel Swenson, South Hamilton, Jewel.
Tristan Mobley, Knoxville.
Nora Nickel, Grinnell.
Ella Tice, South Winneshiek, Kalmar.
Karsten Lukes, Turkey Valley, Jackson Junction.
Ethan Totten, Keokuk.
Colby Gost, Durant.
Kaylor Jones, Pleasantville.
Sophie Sanderson, Denver.
Brooklyn Casey, Trainer.
Caitlin Kakert, Rivermont Collegiate, Bettendorf.
Lindsay Haken, George Little Rock.
Bridget Bonner, Denison, Schleswig.
Joel Thurm, Humboldt.
Jack Gertis, Pocahontas area.
Gavin Litson, Forest City.
Jackson Vidito, Kyoto.
Ella Pruitt, Wayne, Corydon.
Cami Dietert, Marion.
Delaney Schindelar, Marion.
Addison Tesh, Ridgeview.
Malachi Weber, Creston.
Sophia Jin, Iowa City, Liberty.
Cecilia Milkey, Grettinger Terrell.
Shane Moran, Ruthven Ayrshire.
Jasmine Schwartz, Lake Mills.
Daniela Diaz, Columbus Community.
Jackson Custer, Waukee Northwest.
Cole Los, Muscatine.
Annalise Poppy, Muscatine.
Rowan Miller, Hillcrest Academy.
Owen Greaves, Bishop Heelan Catholic, Sioux City.
Kimberly Terpstra, Oskaloosa.
Bridget Heidemann, West Delaware, Manchester.
Savannah Bridges, Woodward Academy.
Seth Vandenberg, North Iowa Christian.
Benjamin Scarf, Harlan Community.
Joseph Evans, Bettendorf.
Jackson Nordine, Des Moines East.
Camden, Hampshire, Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Gavin Stanton, Sibley Ocheden.
Svaren Prasenna, Ames.
Logan Hawin, Ankeny Centennial.
Cale Troutman, Independence.
Isaac Smith, Clear Lake.
Emily Conger, Ankeny Centennial.
Tegan Webb, Clarion Guildfield, Dows.
Raylene Hawkins, HLV.
Brooklyn Davies, Bellevue.
Kelsey Glazer, East Union, Afton.
Mallory Page, Murray.
Sophia Davis, Clark Osceola.
Elise Monahan, Des Moines, Hoover.
Johnny Keene, Des Moines North.
Delaney Hayworth, Des Moines East.
Kaiko Kavan, Des Moines North.
Caleb D. Temmerman, Oline.
Ligon Cease, Coon Rapids, Baird.
Kenneth Kane, Hudson.
Claire Loker, Iowa City, City High.
Anna Lurson, St. Edmund, Fort Dodge.
Madeline Hockey, Waterloo East.
Michael Avina, Waterloo East.
Jace Norpol, Clear Creek, Amana.
Judah DeClean, Carlisle.
Wyatt Weir, Sigourney.
Levi Benish, Northland Troy Mills.
Cale Orban, ADM Adel.
Jeremy Braun, Beckman Catholic, Dyersville.
Logan Heim, Tripola.
Caitlin Tangaraj, Mason City.
Tanner Scholl, Griswold.
Sylvia Campbell, Storm Lake.
Jaden Mueller, Central Lee, Donaldson.
Sophia Amami Ahari, Mason City.
Olivia Ralston, BCLUW, Conrad.
Sophie Sherbring, Cherokee, Washington.
Maulid Sanchez Carmona, Pleasant Valley.
Julieta Garcia, Pleasant Valley.
Landry Kaysen, Winterset.
Abril Torres, Storm Lake.
Calvin Lockram, Newell Fonda.
Nicholas Stein, Okoboji.
Joshua Lastly, North Tama.
Cameron Wolkenhauer, Danville.
Brooke Hine, Anamosa.
Ella Otten, Emmitsburg.
Kennedy Brandt, Gladbrook, Rhinebeck.
Autumn Meester, Dyke, New Hartford.
Sullivan Jansen, Applington, Parkersburg.
Haley Nelson, ADM Adele.
Sophie Lamb, Melcher Dallas.
Tristan Luchens, Waco.
Lyndon McGilvery, West Branch.
Connor Brummett, Underwood.
Wyatt Anthony, Davenport North.
Samuel Veeder, Urbandale.
Avery Van Zanti, Southeast Polk.
Abelechukwu Agu, Southeast Polk.
Benjamin Ramsey, IKM Manning.
Barrett Jacina, South Tama County, Tama.
Bo Burns, BGM.
Brady Bolton, Montezuma.
Addison Kramer, Galen Catholic, Lamars.
Raven Gray, Heartland Christian.
Alina Wittenberg, Prairie, Cedar Rapids.
Emma Stahlberg, Prairie, Cedar Rapids.
Brianne Hartwigson, Glidden Ralston.
Jessica Cracky, Waukee.
Sophie Johnson, OABCIG.
Becca Anderson, Greene County.
Mia Russell, Peyton Chardin.
Lena Elaine Johnson Riemann, Audubon.
Addison Staker, Louisa Muscatine.
Bethany Girton, Bondurant Farrar.
Jackson Sluter, Bondurant Farrar.
Soraya Nolan, PCM.
Ava Koenigsfield, Rockford.
Brody Hawk, Williamsburg.
Elliot Riddle, Boone.
Rachel Ungs, Boone.
Brody Otting, Cascade, Western Dubuque.
Carson Bonner, Decorah.
Mackenzie Howard, Interstate 35, Truro.
Lila Powers, St. Ansgar.
Dia Pradeep, Cedar Falls.
Bethany Asper, Valley, West Des Moines.
Avery Corso, Valley, West Des Moines.
Talia Wright, Woodward Granger.
Zoe Mamert, Crestwood, Cresco.
Claire O'Donnell, Wapsie Valley, Fairbank.
Ellen Olson, Calamus Wheatland.
Marley Schride, Great River Christian.
Tyra Schupach, West Bend, Mallard.
Asher Rodenberg, Lewis Central.
Samuel Okerbloom, Lewis Central.
Emerson Houston, Midland, Wyoming.
Rachel Munt, Clear Creek, Amana.
Adam Blakeman, Don Bosco, Gilbertville.
Clara Lee, Morning Star Academy, Bettendorf.
Anessa Morrison, Marshalltown.
Eleanor Johnson, AHTW, Avoca.
Kayana Heron, Glenwood.
Quinn Street, Osage.
Tyler Petrie, Newman Catholic, Mason City.
Abby Bach, Lisbon.
Raleigh Sellers, Northeast.
Landon Kahn, Cedar Valley Christian.
Warner Cook, Ottumwa.
Leah Schemmel, Monticello.
Marley Drilling, Riceville.
Zane Schmitz, Valley Lutheran, Cedar Falls.
Ethan Fries, Newton.
Jarrett Sweeney, Newton.
Catherine Swella, Sumner, Fredericksburg.
Joseph Zambrino, Des Moines, Roosevelt.
Mario Escobar, Des Moines, Hoover.
Nathan Clark, Joshua Christian Academy.
Aiden Rockles, Panorama.
Max Fuzio, Dowling Catholic, West Des Moines.
Addison Shin, Orient Maxburg.
Caroline Britton, Nottoway Valley.
Haley Mull, Des Moines Christian.
Job Schulke, Bedford.
Caitlin Brandhorst, Madrid.
Greenlee Ramsey, Lenox.
Lucas Lance, Boyer Valley, Dunlap.
AJ Wagner, Mount Pleasant.
Peyton Wilbur, Indianola.
Alana Mosier, Indianola.
Kaylee Kopus, Roland Story.
Riley Armstrong, Central City.
Aaron Maroney, Lawton Bronson.
Lucy Burnick, Davenport West.
Hallie Hansen, Davenport West.
Alexa Scouten, Western Christian Hall.
Adriana Nguyen, Urbandale.
Cole Kastner, Denison Schleswig.
Liam Newell, Van Meter.
Clancy Van Ort, North Cedar.
Lucas Sun, Shenandoah.
Philip Barry Stoles, Iowa City, City High.
Jordan Carroll, East Sac County.
Ava Allen, Centerville.
Caitlin Wildeman, Sioux Central, Sioux Rapids.
Seisha Alish, Bishop Garrigan, Algona.
Lydia Barker, Davis County, Bloomfield.
Antiriksha Sharma, Maharishi, Fairfield.
Lily Moeller, MOC Floyd Valley.
Carson Comstock, Pekin.
Gabriella Wade, Bettendorf.
Clementine Seifert, Belmont Clemmy.
Madison Randall, Epworth, Western Dubuque.
Vanessa Fletchall, Stanton.
Sage Mitchell, Fremont Mills.
Kaylee DeYoung, Boyden Hull.
Amelia Rikes, Maquoketa.
Allie Cook, Carroll.
Maggie Burns, Arweva, West Side.
Keziah Uglum, New Hampton.
Haley Kipp, Dunkerton.
Claire Culver, AGWSR, Ackley.
Cadence Hammond, Earlham.
Lexi Henning, Wilton.
Kate Harthorn, Linville, Sully.
Peyton Keys, Alta Aurelia.
Elizabeth Nicholson, Grandview Christian.
Lauren Kirby, Edgewood, Colesburg.
Kelsey Thompson, Marquette Catholic, Bellevue.
Trayton Schultz, Wapello.
Maria Metzger, Central Lyon, Rock Rapids.
Haley Miller, Missouri Valley.
Garrison Hickey, Clarinda.
Benjamin Youngdale, Webster City.
Nakia Olivier, Waterloo West.
Meher Julka, Xavier, Cedar Rapids.
Mariska Kirkert, Essex.
Elizabeth Beloit, Spirit Lake.
Aaron Lewis, West Harrison.
Reagan Remsburg, Ballard.
Lillian O'Neill, Lamoni.
Dane Burkhart, Fairfield.
E.J. Alley, Diagonal.
Brock Soppy, North Fayette Valley.
Let's give these outstanding scholars one more huge round of applause for their incredible accomplishments. Wow! We thank you for absolutely being here today to honor these scholars. We especially extend our gratitude to Governor Reynolds and Lieutenant Governor Knauer for taking the time out of their very busy schedules. Sincerely, thank you both so very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to share a final thought on how amazing all 429 of you truly are. Being a governor's scholar means you have reached an academic level very few students attain. A most admirable accomplishment earned through focus, discipline, and perseverance. A few weeks ago, a spacecraft returned to Earth after circling the moon. Artemis II. And aboard it were 4 astronauts: Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen. Each of them exceptional, outstanding leaders, experts in their fields, trailblazers. And at one particular time, they were once exactly where you were. Students, high school graduates, certainly talented, certainly very smart, certainly exuding focus and intense discipline. Not astronauts, not history makers, not pioneers of science advancement, not quite yet. They were young people, full of potential, and faced with a decision to make. For their talents alone would not launch their careers, nor take them to the moon. They didn't just inherit greatness. Instead, every one of those future astronauts were challenged with a choice to pursue greatness and to go. They chose to lead when the stakes were highest, chose to break barriers, chose endurance, chose to represent more than just themselves. They chose to go beyond, go after the problem when no one else wanted to solve it. Go toward the idea that might have failed, but might change everything. Go in front of and stand up when it might have been easier to sit back and relax. They chose to go. And yes, that's your challenge too. Not to stay where you are, not to protect your title, but to risk it, stretch it, redefine it, and yes, go. Because the distance between where you are now and where you want to go is not measured in miles. It's measured in decisions. It's measured in courage and in your choice to go. Be the one who chooses to risk. Be the one who chooses to uplift. Be the one who chooses to dare to explore. Be the one who chooses to go. Ask yourself, what is my moon? What is the goal that feels beyond reach? What is the challenge that requires more? What will it cost me? And is it worth it? At NASA, before a mission like Artemis II ever leaves the ground, there's a moment, a pause, a question that echoes through mission control. Are you go? One by one, the voices respond. Booster, go. Flight, go. Ground systems, go. Until finally, the call comes. You are go for launch. And then the countdown begins. 10, 9, 8. There is no perfect moment. 7, 6. There is no guarantee of success. 5, 4. Only preparation and courage. 3, 2, and a decision to make. 1. Liftoff. Congratulations, Iowa Governor's Class of 2026. Go. Go lead. Go build. Go question. Go serve. Go further than anyone expects. Choose to go. Thank you. Thank you all for your attendance and participation. Thank you, Governor and Lieutenant Governor. Everyone, you are most welcome to stay in the room and take pictures before going home safely. Thank you all.
Thank you.